Family, we are back, man. Y'all know we back every single morning at 8:30 a.m. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I need y'all to get used to it. Y'all got to get used to it, man. I got to get used to it. Y'all got to get used to it. All right, man. Let's get right into it. So the first thing that we are going to do, we got to celebrate our wins. If you got any wins that's happening, that's going on, please let me know in the chat. I would love to support you. We would love to support you as a family, as a unit. This is what we do. We like to make sure that everybody feels supported. Parents, our topic for this morning is why you should not leave your kids any money. Let's talk about it. Don't leave your kids any money. I know. You want to leave your kids money when you pass. You want to make sure that they have something for when they pass, and which they should. But money shouldn't be the only thing that you leave your child when you pass. Leaving your child money without a plan of what to do with that money is just as irresponsible as leaving them no money at all. I've seen it with my own eyes. When I used to run a youth shelter, I had a young girl who came to me, and both of her parents had passed away just at 17 years old. When she was 17 years old, she came to me, and she was ready. She was getting ready to turn 18 years old. And at 18, she was eligible to receive the life insurance policy that her parents had left her, $105,000. On her 18th birthday, she came to me and she said, "Mr. Jeff, I want my money." And I said, "Well, how much do you want?" She said, "I want all of it." I said, "Relax, just chill out for a second. I'm going to give you $2,000 because I know in 2014, you've never had clothes that you wanted, shoes that you wanted." And she went out and she bought those things, the items that she wanted, which I had no issues with. She went out and she bought her some clothes, some jewelry, got a couple piercings, tattoos, shoes, all of those things, which if you've been if you've been not privileged enough to have those things, of course you would want to get those things when you came into a windfall of money. But she came back to me a week later after she had spent the initial $2,000, and she said, "Mr. Jeff, I want my money." And I said, "How much more do you want?" She said, "I want the rest of it." I said, "No, chill out. I'm gonna give you another $1,000. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming in, man, over on YouTube. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it, man. Do me a favor, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already." But she came back to me. She said, "Mr. Jeff, I want the rest of it." I said, "Relax. I'm gonna give you another $1,000. You don't have anywhere. You don't have any rent. You don't have any car. You don't have to pay for your food. You can stay in a program until you're 21 years old. You can get yourself together." This was the best and ideal situation for her. But she didn't want that. She called my director, Mr. Dexter. Mr. Dexter called me on the phone and said, "Mr. Jeff, you need to give that young lady her money. You need to go and open her up an account, take the money from the family account, and go ahead, give her a cashier's check and put it into her account." Now, we put $103,000 into a checking account for her, and this young lady was broke. Within 90 days. In 90 days time, she was 100% broke. And it's amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. It's amazing how quickly she had went through this money. And this is the same story of what happens to people who win the lottery, how about 75% of people who win the lottery end up going broke within 3 to 5 years, because easy come, easy go. Again, it's not that you shouldn't leave your kids money. It's that you shouldn't leave your kids money if they have no plan of what to do with it. Some of y'all kids are planning your demise, knowing that you got a life insurance policy that's going to pay them out when something happens to you, right? But you shouldn't be leaving your children money if they don't know what to do with it. And that's why this conversation that we're going to have today is so important, because talking about money shouldn't be awkward. Talking about money in your family should not be awkward. It should be a regular conversation that we have in our families, right? But it's not a regular conversation that we have within our families. And what your goal is for your family is to change the narrative. I need you to have a family meeting with your family every single week to talk about money, to talk about finances, right? The most dangerous financial habit isn't overspending. It's never talking about money. I mean, honestly, think about it. When was the last time you and your family sat down and you had a real money conversation where you talked about credit, where you talked about budgeting, when you talked about saving, when you talked about investing? Yesterday, we had a lot of deep conversations about how people who grow up economically disadvantaged, they make sure that their kids have fun. They introduce their kids to fun and to experiences. They don't introduce their kids to opportunities. This is your opportunity to introduce your children to opportunities. And I'm going to give you a couple of ways that you can do that. Number one is you can have them read. They have books that they can play. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Books that they can read. They have Rich Dad, Poor Dad. They have Rich Dad, Poor Dad for teens. They have the cash flow book for young kids. They have the cash flow game for young kids. They have the cash flow game for adults. They have Visa Financial Football. They have Visa Financial Soccer. They have NGPF, Next Generation Personal Finance. These are all phenomenal apps where your kids can actually go and play games and learn financial habits. So instead of your child being on Roblox and not learning anything from it, how about they be playing Visa Financial Soccer, and they can play soccer right now. The FIFA World Cup is going on, so they can be in the know of who the players are and who the teams are, so they can play soccer and learn financial literacy. They can play football with the NFL teams and learn financial literacy. They can play arcade games and they can work credit. They can be they can learn budgeting skills and decision making and budgeting skills by playing the card magic game. They can learn how to be a business owner and what it takes to be a business owner by playing the Next Generational Personal Finance, ngpf.com or .org. I can't remember which one it is, but there's a couple of different things that they can do in order to learn these financial skills where they can play these games. And if my child is going to be on their phone, on their iPad, tablet, whatever it might be, computer all day, I would rather than be on there all day having fun and learning something at the same time. Where some people call the iPad the babysitter for the kids, right? They call the iPad the babysitter for the kids. If you want a babysitter for your kids, I'd rather the babysitter be someone or something that is teaching them something rather than someone that is filling their head and their mind with mindless entertainment.
He's in his bag.
Yeah, I know, right? Right. So many adults talk about avoiding money conversations because they think they need to have all of the answers. And parents, you do not. Let me tell you this, parents, you don't need to have all of the answers. You just have to be curious enough to want to find the answers, and you can find the answers. That's the thing. When you go to your kids and you're talking to them about developing personal finance and personal finance and financial literacy, don't think that you as a parent have to have it all figured out. You can literally talk to your kids and say to your kids, hey, let's learn this together. I think your kids would appreciate it more if you say to them, hey, let's learn this together so that you can learn it now at the age of 13, 14, whatever the child is, so that you don't have to be like me when you're 34, 35, 44, 45, and you're still trying to figure out these things. You don't want to get older and be 20 years behind because you chose not to learn these things when you were younger. So parents, don't think that you have to have it all figured out, because here's what the other issue is. We all heard the saying, if you're not a part of the solution, then you're not a part of the problem. Parents, staying silent means you're a part of the problem. Never talking to your kid about budgeting, credit, finance, banking, all of those things, that is a part of the problem, because the only thing that they're where else are they going to learn it from if they don't learn it from you? They're going to learn it from social media. They're going to learn it from trial and error, which is one of the most dangerous ways to learn financial literacy. Trust me, I know. I've had 3 cars repossessed in my younger days because I had to learn through trial and error. This wasn't something that we actively sat down and talked about. we've had a discussion a while back about your money blueprint, and where does your stigma about money and finances come from? It comes from the people that are raising you, because remember, you are living the experience that your parents can afford to pay for. That's the life that you're living. You're living the experience that your parents can afford to pay for, right? So that financial blueprint is coming from verbal programming, it's coming from visual programming, it's coming from the things that you heard. We've talked about those sayings that we've heard in the past from our families. That's too expensive. We can't afford that. Money don't grow on trees. Do I look like I'm made of money? All of these things are limiting beliefs that are put into the minds of young people to make them think that and make them believe that money is difficult. Money doesn't come easy and free. Money doesn't come easy to them. You need to believe that you attract money, the law of attraction, right? You need to believe that you can attract money, that you can attract opportunities and be open to those opportunities, because the eyes can only see and the ears can only hear what the mind is looking for. If you're already closed off from those opportunities and you don't believe that those opportunities are made for someone like you, then guess what? You won't see those opportunities. If you still walk around believing that the world doesn't want to see someone like me be successful, my mama told me the world don't want to see somebody like me be successful, then guess what? You're going to operate at a lower frequency because you already believe that it's set up for you not to win. It doesn't matter what the game is. It doesn't matter what the handicap is. I'm going to win. It doesn't matter what the handicap is. It don't matter how it's set up. You can win. Is it going to be more difficult? Yes, it is. Are you going to have to do more than your counterparts? 100% you are. Are there people that have done it? Yes, there are. Can you do it? Yes, you can. But you got to learn to play the game. And that's the issue, is that we don't even understand that we're playing a game. One of the interviews that I love to listen to is the Wall Street Trapper and Tommy Bilu, and I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name wrong, or Tim Bilu or some Tommy Bilu. But he says, well, Wall Street Trapper says when he meets the white guy in prison, he says, yo, the white dude said, yo, y'all are playing the wrong game. And he's like, that's the crazy part about it, is y'all don't even know that it's a game. Y'all don't even know that there's a game that is being played right now, right in your face. Right in your face, there is a game that is being played, and you're losing the game right now because society is telling you that you can't be this or that you shouldn't be this. And hey, if you never make it, the system was rigged anyway, and that's a good enough reason. No, the system being rigged is not a good enough reason for you not to live your dreams. The system being rigged is not a good enough reason for you not to work on the things that your heart desires. The system being rigged is not a good enough reason for you not to push towards the things that you have and things that you want and create generational wealth. So what? The system is rigged. I'm going to do it in spite of. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You got to start operating in these in the opposite of limiting beliefs, right? We got to start operating in success consciousness and not failure consciousness. But you're operating in failure consciousness, and those are the things that are holding you back, right? Those conversations that you're not having within your household, telling your kids, okay, these are the things that we're going to do, and this is how we're going to operate. I don't have it all figured out right now. I am scared to death to invest. Anything beyond investing in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, I am scared to death. People talking about put options and whatever other options. I don't know nothing about it. And I bought the Wall Street Chapter class. I'm in the Wall Street Chapter goddamn on Patreon. I'm in there, but I'm afraid, I'm afraid to death to do it. Why? Right? Because I just haven't gotten around and gotten to the point where I feel safe and confident in that. And that is okay, parents. That is okay. But you don't want to stay that way forever. We got to start talking about these things. We got to start having these conversations with our kids. If you want to have these conversations, if you want to have more conversations like this with your kid, or if you, again, it takes a village to raise the kids. So if you want someone else to have conversations like this with your kid, I need your kid to go ahead and join the mentor program, join the Winner Circle Youth Foundation, where your kids can meet virtually, and we will actually talk about finances. We'll actually talk about growing in finance. Listen, I promise you. What's up, Smurf? Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the heart, love. You are absolutely dope. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming in. Thank you to everybody that's over on YouTube, man. Do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe. If you are over on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, man, do me a favor and go ahead and jump on that YouTube real quick. Let's go. Appreciate the roses. But listen, we gotta start having these conversations with our kids. Our kids will suffer forever if we do not have these conversations with our kids, right? Financial literacy isn't just about making money. And I tell people this, I tell the young kids all the time, I know one thing for sure that you are going to do in your lifetime is you are going to make money. And especially the kids that are in the juvenile detention center facilities, I know y'all are going to make money. Some of y'all got money right now. Some of y'all got $5,000, $10,000 right now. What you need to do is you need to take that $5,000 or $10,000 and you need to put that into something that's going to make you more money, right? Like, because think about it. When you get illegal money, it's virtually nothing in today's world that you can do with illegal money where you won't get caught, man. Any car you buy over $10,000 has to be sent out to like the federal government so that that money can be audited and say, okay, they're paying $10,000 for this car. They're paying $10,000 cash for this car, whatever it might be. So your money is being tracked. You can't go and buy a house because they want to know where all your money come from. You can't go and rent an apartment because you have to have pay stubs that are coming in. So you got to put the apartment and somewhere else, right? High yield savings account, Roth IRA, right? That's like the only thing that you can do with it is you can put it in a savings account, Roth. You can do that. You can also put it in the stock market, from what I understand from Wall Street Chapel. Please don't quote me on that. But there's very little that you can do to increase your money. You can buy property, but if you have enough money to buy property, like in hand, right, then you know what I'm saying? You pretty high up, and somebody probably already knows about you. Like that's the thing, is that the higher you get up in the drug business, the more eyes that are watching you. And it's not just the legal eyes. It's not just the feds or the CIA. It's also you also got like for the competitors too. Your competitors are watching you just as much as the police is watching you. So you're going to make money in your life. We 100% know that. It's not about the money that you make. It's about what you do when you make the money. What are you doing with the money that you make? Yeah.
Ooh, he's in his bag.
You have to worry more about the streets watching. Absolutely, because those are the ones that's coming to your mom's house. Those are the ones that's coming to your auntie's house, your sister's house, right? They taking your family hostage, or they sending messages and all of this stuff. One dude that I know, when I was back in Pennsylvania, though, his mom's house got broke in and his mom got pistol whipped. And her whole face, dog, show me the pictures. Her whole house was ran through because he thought he was being slick, keeping the money at his mom's house. But dude, they gonna find out. And they came in, pistol whipped his mom. Dog, her whole face looked crazy, and he had to get his mom whole out of there. And I'm like, bro, there's no amount of money that is worth my mom getting pistol whipped over. It's just not. Like, there's no amount of money that is worth that, bro. That I don't understand how y'all think that this money is worth it. And how y'all think that this money is going to change your life, bro. It changes your life for the worse. Every single time a police officer pull up behind you, you got to put your hand on your seat and you got to put your hand on your thing, and you having a mini heart attack and a stroke. Like, oh my God, I hope you don't pull me over. Man, when I see a police officer behind me, I'll be like, what's up, officer? How you doing? You good, man? Hey, you want me to buy you a water from the water boys that's out here, man? Look, they want to squeegee your windows, man. I'll pay for the squeegee. Listen, I don't have those type of problems, and I don't want to invite that type of energy. Young people, you are going to make money. I know that. But what do you do when you make your money is the thing that you must worry about. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you, Smurf. I greatly appreciate you, love. What do you do with the money when you make it? You got to put that into something that's going to help you get some sort of legal money. One of the best things that you can do, go and get this camera, man. Listen, being a social media marketer, being a social media content creator for a business is an easy way for any young person right now to make money for to do something where you don't have to be you can be a freelancer, you can be 1099, but then you got to understand paperwork and taxes and all of that stuff and contracts and all of that. But like, go and get you a camera, go get you the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, go get you the DJI Osmo Nano, go get you some Ray-Bans, right? Like I did a video on how to fire your videographer with just $1,500. If you a young person, a young boy, and you telling me, yo, you got $5,000 from off the street, I'm gonna say, go get you an Osmo Pocket 3, go get you some Ray-Bans, the new Jones, and go get you the DJI drone, the DJI Neo 2, and literally you can take those drones, take those cameras, and you can make money off of them Jones just by going out. I would go to the National Harbor and be like, yo, can I film just a couple of shots of you real quick? And you know what I'm saying? Look, I'll just charge you $10, $15 for the joint. Just like the dudes do at Miami. When you in Miami and you walking down the street, they gonna take pictures of you and your girl, you know what I'm saying? And then they gonna say, yo, I'll airdrop these joints to you. I'll airdrop these joints to you right now. And they airdrop them to you right now. The photos look real good. Me and my wife got some photos like that, bro. They was fire photos. They was dope photos, man. They was dope photos.
He's in his bag.
You realize that you can create that same thing wherever you are. Go into the city downtown where the people are, where the people walk. Go into the scenic places where people, people like to hike, and just say, yo, I'm gonna take my Osmo, I'm gonna take my drone, and my drone gonna hit this joint for you, hit that joint for you. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna find people that's out there that's content creators and just say, look, I'll just do a quick video for you for $20, man. You cash out me 10 right now. I'll shoot the video. After it's done, you cash out me the other 10, and boom, you right there, right? Follow me on social media so you getting your followers up. You doing your thing. Young people, you do not have to be out here selling waters, doing squeegees. There's other stuff that you can do to make money. But as a family, we got to start having these money conversations with our kids, right? Because financial literacy isn't just about making money. It's about the decisions that they make when they actually make the money. Mentors, I need you to understand that you have way more influence than you think, all right? You don't have to be wealthy to mentor somebody about money. You just have to have an understanding that is more significant or more in depth than their understanding. One of the things that I love about mentorship, which helped me, was that I realized that you don't have to like helping people make six figures, right? If you want to help people make six figures, you just have to be one step ahead of them. You got to be one step ahead of them. Like, you don't have to be a millionaire to help people make six figures. If you made six figures, a couple six figures, then chances are you can help somebody. You can tell people what you've done to make six figures. So there's information and knowledge that you have that is beneficial for that person. So you can help them get to six figures. You just got to be one step ahead of them. And that's the same way when you think about financial literacy. All you got to do is just be one step ahead of the young people, but make sure that what you're saying is accurate. That's the most important thing, because too many people will call themselves financial literacy people, financial literacy teachers, educators, but the information that they're giving is not is not correct. Like, it's just not correct. Like, I was having a debate recently about which one impacts your credit score more. Is it staying below 30% on your credit card, or is it payment history? Payment history every day of the week impacts and affects your credit more than anything. If you look at any sort of credit wheel that tells you the impact that these things have, right, it's 35% of your credit is your credit impact. Nothing impacts your credit more than payment history. All right, know that. Diversifying your credit is good. You should do that. You should have multiple different types of credit, but it does not have the same type of impact. Okay, staying below 30% is 30% of your credit score, but it is not 35% of your credit score. So it does not have the same impact, right? So what I want to teach you all, right, what you all should be learning during this time is financial. So having mentors, what you teach is very important and has a huge impact on all of the young people, right? They should be learning from your financial mistakes. I've made financial mistakes when I got into the in the business of speaking. When I first started speaking, I lost like $2,000 on my first event, my first gig. I rented out a theater, an 800-seat theater. I sold tickets to it. I just knew everybody would want to come and hear somebody speak for the first time. If they didn't want to, at least they would support it. An 800-seat theater, I only sold 15 tickets. I only sold 15 tickets. It was absolutely terrible. And that video is still up on YouTube. And you can listen to the acoustics and the auditorium. It was 30 people there. I know I said I sold 15, but 15 other people came because they were the praise and worship team from Mount Olivet Baptist Church in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Shout out to them, all love. But they came and it was like I lost money on this. And I didn't just lose money on that first time, right? I lost money the second time when I did it. And in life and in business, you're going to learn that you got to spend money to make money. And that didn't stop me from continuing on this dream. I decided I was going to do a comedy show. I hired Paris Sachet and my boy Omar Terrell. Paris Sachet ended up bringing Rallo Boykins, and they did a great show. I paid them all. I asked my co-host where was the money at from the tickets she sold. She said, "Oh, you wanted that? I didn't know that you wanted that." She's like, "That's why I was asking you how much everything was going to cost, because I would have gave you some of it." Now, I was very confused because I was like, "What you mean give me some of it? You should have gave me all of it." But the one mistake that we make as people is thinking that everybody lives by the same principles. You got to have financial principles. Now, was it her fault for not knowing what to do with the money, or was it my fault for not communicating to her what to do with the money? And thank gosh, this happened with only $200. I couldn't imagine if it would have happened with $2,000 or $20,000 or $200,000. I learned right up front that there shouldn't be no handshake deals in business that you have with your friends. And this person was the person that I called my friend. No handshake deals. You need to understand what your part is. I need to understand what my part is. And we need to come together and make sure that we are both holding up our ends of the deal. And when you're doing work with your friends or family, you need to over communicate. These are financial mistakes that I made when I was first getting into business that I don't want you to make. I want you to have a better experience. I want you to have a better experience. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Financial advice. Yeah, we talking about a little bit of financial advice. Yes. As I slip my finger, what the heck? Yes. All right. So you need to make sure that you are over communicating with the people that you are doing business with. These are financial mistakes that I made when I was just starting business. All right. So this week, y'all, what I want you to do is I want you to have one intentional money conversation. I want you to have one intentional money conversation with a young person in your life. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to happen. One conversation today could shape the financial decisions that they make for years to come. And if you don't know what that financial conversation should sound like, it's okay. I got you. Go on Netflix and just type in money and then watch the documentary, How to Get Rich. Money Explained. And oh my goodness. It's another one. How to Get Rich, Money Explained. And there's another one on Netflix. Just watch those documentaries with a young person and then just have conversations about them. Have conversations about them. Talk to them about them. It's an easy way to start the conversation, but we gotta have these money conversations. And if you want to continue to go to ngpf.com or go to practicalmoneyskills.com, practicalmoneyskills.com, and there's lessons right there for any age group. For any age group, there's lessons right there that our kids should know. And if you want your kids to be more financially intelligent, I want you to connect them with me, and I want them to join my mentor program. It's a nonprofit organization that I have where I teach financial literacy. I teach money skills. Your child needs to be in that space, learning financial literacy and learning those money skills. I would love to teach them. I would love to encourage them. Sign your kid up, yo. Sign your kid up, man. We here every single month, every single weekday from 8:30 to 9 a.m. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. If you have not already, please make sure that you go over and you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to make sure that we are running this up. I'm also going to be doing this in the evening time as well, because I want to see which time of the day is going to be best for me to go live. If I should do it during the mornings or if I should do it during the evenings. But during the evenings, we are going to have the same conversation. So I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure that you all stay in your bag so you never got to chase a bag. I am your kid's favorite mentor, Backpack Jeff. Making sure that they stay in their bag so they don't got to chase a bag. I will see y'all tomorrow, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., man. Thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful day on purpose. Go out and win something today. Remember, winners write history, losers become a part of the story. Make sure that you write your own history, because I guarantee if somebody else writes you into their story, they're not going to write the ending to your life the way that you want it to be written. See y'all tomorrow.